We have a newly elected Attorney General in New York by the name of Letitia James. She is a horrendous individual.
America is an uncharted territory. We are angrier and more deeply divided than we've ever been at any point in our history since the Civil War. And at the eye of the storm is Donald Trump, ripping families apart, threatening women's most basic rights, and running for Attorney General because he will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president when our fundamental rights are at stake. From the Muslim ban, to efforts to deport immigrants, to denying transgender students the ability to choose whatever bathroom they want, rolling back regulations to protect our planet, colluding with foreign powers, putting profits over people, and dividing us in ways we haven't seen in generations, corruption in Albany, environmental hazards in Buffalo, and a criminal justice system, unfortunately, which has criminalized too many black and brown people.
She'll be very powerful. And in my view, she's already violated the rules of professional conduct for New York. So you Republican lawyers there need to pay attention. Stop being so damn passive and lying down. She's made numerous statements about President Trump, his associates and family, about how she's going to open 5 different levels of investigations against them. She hasn't even been in office. She hasn't even looked at any information or evidence. The New York State Bar Association has issued preamble, scope, and comments to accompany the state's rules of professional conduct. New York's Appellate Division has not enacted them, so the comments are used merely to provide guidance, but they're important. They're important. Comments to Rule 3.8. A prosecutor has the responsibility of a minister of justice, and not simply that of an advocate. This responsibility carries with it specific obligations to see that the defendant is accorded procedural justice and that guilt is decided upon the basis of sufficient evidence. Well, Mark, Trump's not a defendant yet. Yes, it's even worse. It's even worse. The ABA model rules. ABA Standard 26-1-2D. Prosecutors should, 1, ensure the criminal investigations are not based upon premature beliefs or conclusions as to guilt or innocence, but are guided by the facts. 2, ensure that criminal investigations are not based upon partisan or other improper political or personal considerations and do not invidiously discriminate against nor wrongly favor persons based on a variety of things. Well, what do you think? There's more. 3.6. The context of a criminal prosecution, a prosecutor's extrajudicial statement can create the additional problem of increasing public condemnation of the accused. Trump isn't even a defendant. He's not even accused yet. And look at the things she has said about him. Republican lawyers, or just real lawyers, ethical lawyers in New York, you need to take a look at the rules of professional conduct in your state and the ABA model rules, and you need to listen to what the Attorney General-elect has said, and you need to decide whether you need to act. I'll be right back.
And now they're going after Muslims, and they're going after other individuals. And now we're all in the same boat together. And that's why we've got to stand up. We've got to stand tall. We've got to stand for our freedom and our Constitution and our democracy. And at a time when Congress, particularly Republicans, do not have a backbone, it's important that Democrats put some steel in their backbone and fight back. I believe that this president is incompetent. I believe that this president is ill-equipped to serve in the highest office of this land. And I believe that he is an embarrassment to all that we stand for. He should be charged with obstructing justice. I believe that the president of these United States can be indicted for criminal offenses. And we would join with law enforcement and other attorneys general across this nation in removing this president from office. In addition to that, the office of Attorney General will continue to follow the money because we believe that he's engaged in a pattern and practice of money laundering the money from foreign governments here in New York State, and particularly related to his real estate holdings. It's important that everyone understand that the days of Donald Trump are coming to an end.